Coming up on What's Up Weekly, we're talking new rape allegations on IU's campus and a special in-studio guest who's making moves to stop campus hunger.
Also, we'll be talking the history that was made this week during the Emmy nominations, all coming up.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of What's Up Weekly. I'm Elizabeth Pace.
And I'm Sierra Hignite, and we're going to go ahead and roll right into our trending topics. Recently, there have been allegations made towards a boy who attended a Pi Kappa Alpha off-campus recruitment party. And the fraternity has let out a statement saying this boy is in no way affiliated with our fraternity at all. They've cut off all ties with him. But actually, I was talking to one of them this week, and he had told me that it was actually a private party that you had to be on a list to get into, and he wasn't even on the list. He had given someone else's name to get in. So he must have just been a friend of someone who was invited to the party.
So he just showed up to that party.
Yeah, so they don't even necessarily, they didn't know that actual kid was there. They had him under someone else's name.
Wow, and you know, IU, the Greek life here at IU has been made national news lately with the Delta Tau Delta gentleman who has been charged with rape on two different girls.
Exactly.
So, you know, the question of a rape culture on college campuses has definitely been brought up several times.
Yeah, and it's obviously becoming a big deal because I don't know if you've seen Lady Gaga's new music video.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's all about rape and how serious it is and all these different situations. So it's clearly a national, if not worldwide, problem. And I hate that college kids kind of get stuck with that stigma, but it's definitely something that needs to be addressed.
And it makes you wonder, what about a college campus really
enables that behavior?
Exactly. And is it so that more kids are committing this crime, or is it that more feel comfortable enough to come forward and say, that happened to me too, here's my story?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but I definitely think we're going to have to get it straightened out soon so that it stops happening in general.
Yep. Well, our next trending topic involves the Emmys.
It does. Actually, Viola Davis made history during the Emmy presentations by being the first African-American to win a lead actress in a drama. And so that was awesome. Her speech was so moving. A lot of people were talking about how powerful it was for not only just African-American women, but women in general. So, I mean, I think she's so great. She definitely deserved it.
A lot of people really showed support, but actually others did not. So if anybody knows Nancy Lee Grand, she's a soap opera star from General Hospital. Mm-hmm. She actually tweeted out something that said, "I wish I loved Viola Davis's speech. Maybe she should have let Shonda Rhimes write it." And for anybody who doesn't know, Shonda Rhimes is the author of the show that Viola Davis stars in.
Yeah, I mean, ouch. That was
deep. There's just no support.
There's not. And not only just, you know, female support, like, you got to support the women. We got to stand together. But, yeah. I mean, where's the support just for your job? She's an actress. Everyone needs to support each other. We want everyone to succeed. You know, good for her for getting it. I just personally feel like she might be a little bitter. But
I do too. And, you know, it's not like Viola Davis didn't put in the work either.
Oh, right.
She's clearly been in the industry for a while now, and she got this amazing role. And if anybody watches the television show, I know I'm a fan, she really puts, like, her soul into that role.
Oh, yeah.
So this, I mean, was just, for her to be nominated, I think she really deserved. And just this Emmy is just incredible for her. And, you know, any Black feminism movement, this just makes strides for.
Oh, it does. And, I mean, the other people that were nominated for the award got interviewed, obviously, after the presentation. And they were all saying, you know, I would have felt guilty getting it because I really think she deserved it because she's just that awesome. So if the people that were up for it aren't bitter, you weren't even up for it. So why are you being so rude?
It's just, and honestly, it just looks like cyberbullying, really. It's just, the tweeting just gives a platform for it. And actually, another trending topic that we have actually involves a platform for cyberbullying.
Right. There's this new app called Lulu, which I kind of heard it started about a year ago, but I think it's now starting to really pick up subscribers. And it's this app where you can basically create a profile, and it's like a dating profile, but you're not dating from it. You can look up stats. So, like, if I was looking to date a boy, I could search, you know, Ryan Reynolds, and it would pull up all of these statistics, like how good was the date? Is he a good kisser? And it's just
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
And I feel a little late to the game, actually,
Right?
because I was asking all my friends about it, and they're like, yeah, that's been out for a while. So I downloaded the app immediately and started looking at people, and then I felt guilty about it because these are just opinions. It's like prejudging somebody
Exactly.
before you even meet them. So it's like you want to know so bad, but then, those judgments could be wrong.
Right, exactly. And I feel like some of the details on it are a little unnecessary and get a little too intimate for someone who's going on a first date.
Yeah, so even though the intentions might be fun and curiosity is definitely spiked with this can really create some harm for somebody's reputation.
Definitely. I'm sure that as more people start to download the app and use it, we'll see the issues that I'm sure they were planning would come up.
Yeah. Well, our last trending topic has to deal with an app that keeps you from staying off your phone in class. I know I could definitely get help in that department. Laura Puglisi is here in the studio to tell us about this new trending app. Take a look.
If you had the opportunity to get free food or discounts on items at local and online shops, would you turn off your phone during class? The new app Pocket Points allows you to do just that.
By downloading the app Pocket Points, as a student you get the opportunity to save up points by simply turning your phone off in class. Several local shops in Bloomington use the app and provide gifts for a certain number of hours that your phone is locked.
Okay, so we're kind of new with Pocket Points. This is the first year that we've done it. What our deal is if you earn the Pocket Points deal that we have, it's a free dozen chocolate chip cookies, which is really cool. Basically, the screen pops up, you bring it in, you let one of us approve it, and then it's good to go after that.
Local favorites such as Baked Bloomington, Cadoba, the Poorhouse Cafe, Bloomington Sandwich Company, and many more are currently using the app. It also allows you to request any local places that the app doesn't have yet.
I'd say Soma if they don't have it, or Chipotle, or Chick-fil-A.
The app not only caters to students at IU, but also allows businesses to get their name out there.
I think it's a really neat app, and it's good for students not to be on their phone, and it's great advertisement for us as well. And it helps us get our name out, helps us get our product out, and it benefits people who are doing good things in class.
Pocket Points also has a large list of online stores that offer discounts, and the app provides maps to stores in the area and links to stores online.
And if you still have your phone for a little bit, you can get some free cookies. That sounds like a good deal to me.
So, if you lock your phone for a few hours a day, you not only could get free food and new clothes, but studies show that you will do better in school and get higher grades. Sounds like a win-win. Live in the studio, Laura Puglisi, What's Up Weekly.
It's an honor to be here.
After suffering a season-ending injury in late March,
as you can see behind me.
Welcome back. We're here with Mercedes Jones, who's leading the way to make sure no student goes hungry. Hi, Mercedes. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So a little bit about yourself. Kind of tell us about, what year are you, why you're at IU.
Okay, well, I'm a senior here studying public management in SPIA, and I am at IU because this is the only school that I wanted to go to, honestly, so here I am 4 years later.
So for anybody who doesn't know about the movement, could you kind of give us an explanation?
Yes, so the food pantry project is something that has been in the works or has been being talked about for 3-4 years now. And essentially what it is a project that is a food pantry for students only. And what I mean by students is graduate and undergraduate students, so freshmen through master's students.
Wow. So how did you find this movement? Why did you decide to get involved?
So more about my background in food scarcity. I was raised in a military family, and so I was born in Hawaii and born in Alaska and raised in Hawaii. And in Hawaii, when I was a child, my parents used to take me downtown, and we used to feed the homeless. And so when we came to Indiana, after my dad retired, we, continued the same thing in downtown Indy. When I came to Bloomington, my dad got sick my freshman, sophomore year in college. And so because he physically couldn't continue, something told me, it's my turn to take over and, continue what he started.
So kind of explain how your summer led you to where you are now.
Okay, so very interesting story. In the spring, as I said, I'm in SPIA, and I was working on my plan for graduation, adding up my credits, seeing what has been and has not been done. And so in doing so, I realized that this internship credit had not been filled. And so I went back and forth for a while with my advisor trying to figure out how it was possible that after doing 3 internships, none of them counted because there's a class that has to be taken for all SPIA students, and there's forms that you have to fill out as well as your supervisor has to fill out before you can even start for it to be approved by SPIA. And so with that being said, in addition to taking 12 credit hours and working a job, I now had to fulfill this internship credit that had to be 120 hours by the end of the summer. And so I went on SPIA Careers, and I was browsing for anything that would just take the credit, nothing that had to do with my major or finding a job. I simply wanted to fill that 1 credit. But in doing so, I came by this job posting that said SAI Food Pantry Initiative. And so I'm like, oh, this is right up my alley, and it's only 5 hours a week. This is what I'm looking for. And so just like I tell people, I never imagined that in those 8 weeks, something that's been talked about for years and years could have come to reality the way it has. That it was worth the long nights and the struggles and the staying up and the being aggravated and talking to hundreds of people. It was so worth it now. So that was where this all came from.
Yeah, and then last question here before we let you go. You said that you guys are in the process of turning this into a student organization. So when do you think students will be able to join, and are there any requirements for those students who would like to be affiliated with this program?
Okay, that's a really great question. So at this point, we're just finishing the last logistics of making a student organization through Student Life and Learning here at IU. And so I've already gathered volunteers. I had a table at the Student Involvement Fair, and I got 40 to 50 volunteers from that. I've also had people that have come to me personally expressing interest in joining. As far as volunteer schedules, that will be decided a couple weeks before opening, which we're planning to be open in November.
Some of the points are still in the works about it, but will there be a website or anything for more information about this that people can log on to?
Yes, so currently I'm working on building an executive board, and within that board is myself as well as somebody that coordinates donations. Somebody will coordinate volunteers, and I've also found somebody, actually a close friend of mine, who is going to be over communications and marketing, and so he does graphic design, and so that will be his job.
Yeah, that's
something
perfect.
less for me to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And so yes, there will be social media, there will be a website, email.
Well, we'll keep in contact with you for all that information because it's clear that you're passionate about this and it's a great cause. So we definitely want to keep up to date with you to translate that information to students. Thank you so much for coming in. We really enjoyed having you, and we're really happy with what you're doing, being proactive with this movement. So we're excited to see what else you do with it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Well, that's all we have for you this week on What's Up Weekly. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at What's Up Weekly IU for even more campus entertainment scoop.
And don't forget to like us on our Facebook page, IUS TV News. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.